What you're about to witness is one of the most heartbreaking losses of Daniel Negreanu's career. In the 2015 World Series of Poker Main Event, one of poker's greatest players made a single mistake that would shatter his dreams in the most devastating way, potentially costing him the most coveted prize in poker and a staggering sum of $8 million. So how did the most calculated player of all time manage to make this critical mistake? Let's find out. At the start of Day 4 of poker's most prestigious tournament, the starting field of 6,000 players had narrowed down to just 661. Negreanu had built a comfortable stack and was ready for the long battle ahead. His aggressive, yet disciplined approach was clear from the outset. Stay aggressive, but calculated.
At an outer table, Daniel Negreanu jousting with amateur Ryan Tevis after the turn. Tevis leads with a pair of jacks. He checks to Daniel on a Broadway draw.
Daniel's won 6 bracelets, but as you can see, apparently the World Series of Poker gave him all black leather ones.
Negreanu will bet it. Tevis probably not looking to build a big pot, but he will make the call, and they'll see a river. The river is the Queen of Diamonds. Negreanu gets there via Broadway. And Tevis looking like he wants to put chips in the middle. 55,500. Yeah, Tevis has no diamond in his hand. And Daniel with that ace of diamonds, maybe that helps this raise here.
I didn't even see that dot was a diamond. That's a diamond.
Well, Tevis considering making this call. It would be for almost another 100,000. He does give it up, and the 2014 Poker Hall of Famer takes about half of Tevis's stack.
Negreanu was off to a great start, but the real fireworks began when they moved him to the featured table across from his longtime friendly rival.
Wow, really?
Excusez-moi, you mind if I join you? Are you good?
Sit down,
I mean, I'll go find another table if you want.
Oh, I don't mind. Wow,
Sure?
D-Negs, welcome to the table, D-Negs.
Thanks, buddy.
Anticipating the electric atmosphere this matchup would generate, Negreanu took to social media to let everyone know that it was about to go down. And it wasn't long before his prediction manifested into one of the biggest defining moments of the entire tournament.
Player folded to Hellmuth with queens. Blinds are up to 4 and 8,000. A raise to 20,000 from Hellmuth. Negreanu in the big blind with ace king of clubs.
That much.
A 3-bet.
All in.
And all in, you heard him.
56.
Ooh. There is folds.
We probably have the same hand. Okay, bud. Good luck. Got it?
Queens.
Yeah, it's a race.
I
almost flat. If he didn't do that, I would have flatted, right? Now, we got to put it all in a race situation.
Daniel happier about the race situation than Phil. Phil at risk.
And Negreanu wastes no time scoring top pair.
Hellmuth now in deep trouble.
Jack.
Hey, still got life.
A gut shot for Phil.
Queen or a 10. Queen 10 is the hand that you've hated your whole life. Now you need a queen or a 10.
Queen or a 10 or Hellmuth is gone.
The river card is a 5, and it all comes crashing down for Phil Hellmuth.
Negreanu's face showed a mix of relief and triumph as he raked in the chips. A monumental victory, not just for the day, but possibly for his entire tournament run. By the end of the night, his stack had grown significantly, placing him well above the average and setting the stage for a deep run. But he couldn't celebrate just yet, as tomorrow would bring a new set of challenges. Coming into Day 5, Negreanu's strategy was all about survival and avoiding cooler situations by utilizing his famous small ball strategy. This approach was immediately tested against amateur Salvatore Darcarlo in a hand that showcased Negreanu's remarkable discipline.
Early position with pocket aces against 3 others. And that's really a sweat. He does raise it to 52,000. Negreanu with queens. Uh-oh, he just calls.
Well, no 3-bet from Daniel, playing small ball.
3 players will see this flop, and here it is. 7, 9, 6. Pocket aces are still best. Moga does bet with bottom pair, 63,000. DeCarlo did raise pre-flop with the aces. The 2 hangers on still sticking around. Now he does raise to 155,000 with the hammer to Daniel now.
DeCarlo clearly likes his aces. Now, Daniel knows that flop likely didn't hit DeCarlo. He had raised from early position, so he probably has big cards. Even if Daniel thinks he has the best hand here, he generally opts for pot control.
With the queens, he's gonna raise to 255 for Moga with bottom pair. He's committed about a third of his stack and now folds. DeCarlo playing with a lot of green chips. Daniel doesn't like that. Oh, 4-bet in progress. There's your sign, Daniel. A raise to 430,000.
Did you say 3 nines?
Raise to 430.
Is that what he said? I thought he said 3 nines.
Daniel's hearing things
in my
now.
head, I heard 3 nines. I don't have 3 nines, so you win.
Queen's in the muck.
Negreanu's small ball strategy led to him making an incredible fold that saved his tournament life. But the poker gods weren't finished testing him. Just a few hands later, he picks up another premium hand against the same opponent.
Pocket kings for Negreanu in the small blind.
It's been raised and re-raised, and Daniel with a monster.
With that monster, a lot of players snap shove, but Daniel taking his time. Negreanu with re-raising chips, and there is the 4-bet to 332. Van up Zeeland folds his 9s. Now left to DeCarlo with ace-king. Wow, a re-raise to put Negreanu all in. He didn't see that coming.
I'm going to need a moment. I have a very, very, very good hand. I'm not kidding.
A lot of players snap call right there.
I'm probably in. I just want to make sure there's no way I can get away.
These opportunities don't happen often.
It doesn't seem possible Daniel would fold kings here and leave himself with 37 big blinds.
This could be it. Jeez, you must have it, no? I've only done it, I don't know, twice in my life. I was right once, wrong the other time.
Yeah, I remember Daniel talking about this once. He's referencing the fact that he's only folded pocket kings pre-flop twice in his life. One time his opponent had aces, the other time his opponent had queens.
This is how you torture Daniel Negreanu.
I call.
Here we go.
You got him?
Good call.
He's good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Negreanu in good shape, but he's at risk, and he's again uneasy.
Here we go. Negreanu at risk. All diamonds.
No diamonds.
Turn card. Another diamond. Negreanu could get flushed out of a full double up.
The ace of diamonds, he no longer wins, right? So you can look at it that way.
The ace of spades or ace of hearts knocks out kid poker.
Here the rivers of black. 7, a full double up for Daniel Negreanu to nearly 2.6 million.
That double up brought immense relief to Negreanu. And by the end of the day, he significantly improved his position in the tournament, finishing among the top 10 in chips. By day 6, with just 69 players remaining, Negreanu knew he had to adjust his strategy and transform from survivor to predator. As the day continued, so did his domination at the table.
Daniel Negreanu, the chip leader at this featured table, gunning for his first main event final table.
Later in the night, play was coming to an end, but Negreanu had no interest in taking his foot off the gas.
In the big blind, 6 tray of spades, Daniel will call. All right, here is the flop. Trey deuce 5, 2 spades, middle pair, and a straight flush draw for Daniel. Blumenfield with a wheel draw, they both check. Turn card is a 4, a missing piece for both players.
You know why people love playing with Daniel? No hoodie, no shades, no headphones. Plus, he acts quickly and he acts friendly.
With his 6 high straight, he bets 325. Blumenfield with a 5 high straight, calls.
Blumenfield can't get away from it.
River card now is another 4, so Daniel is best. But how can Blumenfield not love his hand here? Daniel, chips in hand.
I hate this.
The perfect amount is 950.
I call.
Call 950,000. Straight.
Me too.
With that win, Negreanu's chip count grew significantly, finishing the day yet again as a top 10 stack and bringing himself one step closer to winning the most coveted prize in poker. From a field of 6,000 players, only 27 remain. The stakes were higher, but Negreanu understood that in this stage of the tournament, you must become the hunter, not the hunted. Armed with a massive stack, he was mentally and physically ready to take on any opponent. But in the beginning, it was a roller coaster ride for him, experiencing significant swings in his chip stack, but never allowing his frustration to take over. With each elimination, the tension mounted. Soon, Only 18 players remained, and Negreanu found himself at the final 2 tables. At this critical juncture, all players had now effectively stepped into the lion's den, as a new epic battle was about to begin. But the one that had everyone on the edge of their seats was the intense battle between Daniel Negreanu and Joe McKeehen. It was at this precise moment that we witnessed one of the most insane hands of his entire career.
Joe McKeehen, not a chip leader, but those cards could help improve his standings. Pocket aces, a re-raise to $1,125,000. In the big blind, Daniel with ace-king.
The wrong time for ace-king.
Daniel with a 4-bet. Those are the chips he just won from knocking out his friend and buddy.
Uh-oh, McKeehen has to multitask 2 people to stare at.
The original raiser, Matthew Guan, with 6s, and he gets rid of those.
Okay, so McKeehen will stare, check his chips, then maybe stare again before 5-betting all in.
Daniel has McKeehen covered. But McKeehen with the hand.
I'm all in.
We raise all in.
How much?
Shade under 10.
They call me Cole 4, you know, because I'm Mr. 4-bet guy. Oh, and you move in, huh?
Daniel with ace-king again like he had in 2001 with 2 tables left, except this time, it wouldn't even be a coin flip. He'd be in awful shape.
I think most people would have already given you your money, but I'm probably not, because I think you have a very, 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 very good hand. Like the best possible hand.
Daniel's so good. I don't know how he ever loses. For real.
Got aces.
This would be for 70% of Daniel's remaining stack.
Daniel gives it up.
Remarkably, Negreanu makes an incredible read, and for the 4th time, avoids possible elimination. However, this hand caused a huge momentum shift in Negreanu's game, as the tables slowly turned in McKehen's favor.
To Negreanu with Queen, Jack, and the small blind.
Oh, you give Daniel a discount with that type of hand, he'll take it.
Take on the guy running hot. Why not?
Yeah, right. Pocket kings you have to run into. 10, Jack, 4. Top pair for Daniel is second best. He checks to the razor.
Yeah, take on the guy running hot. Why not? I'll tell you why not.
So, McKeehen will oblige. 525.
Dangerous flop for Daniel. And check raise is unlikely from him here, but it's got to be somewhere in his mind.
Negreanu has to feel he's got the upper hand poker-wise, maybe, and experience. He's just going to come along for the ride. No raise there. Turn card now. A 6, the brand new main event scare card with McKeehen in the hand.
Yeah, normally that would give him 3 6s. But all he has this time, Lon, are pocket kings,
Yeah.
so he's just 89% to win the hand.
Negreanu checked again. Now $1,350,000 from Joe.
Well, Daniel's chip stack is still not in the best of shape to be check raising here. It still has to cross his mind. Don't see how he's folding.
He's got top pair. He started the hand with 6.7. He's got 5.6 million behind.
McKeehen intently gazing at Daniel. Of course, in this case, he just might be admiring the nicer beard.
Daniel makes the call. Now he's got 4.3 million behind. River card. Another 4 brings a third club. Another check from Daniel.
McKeehen can confidently bet this river.
Yep, Joe with a stranglehold on the hand, and Daniel. 2 million.
You can't have it every time, dude. That's not cool. You just can't have it always, like the nuts. Right? That wouldn't be fair. Just, oh, there's a flush there. I didn't even see that. Ah, man. I don't think I can just let him have it. That's insanity. Must be.
Kings.
He's got it every time.
You got it.
That hand was quite costly for Daniel.
2/3 of his stack goes across the table.
After losing that hand, Negreanu was left with just 10 big blinds. Meanwhile, McKeehen continued to assert his dominance and run over the entire table.
Back to the featured table. Joe McKeehen has more chips than the rest of the 6-handed table combined.
But none of that mattered to Kid Poker, because he was not about to go down without a fight.
Negreanu has the action.
All in.
Pocket fours. He says all in with that pocket pair. McKeehen, ace 7.
2.79. So I would consider this a close one.
I'm rooting for you to make the wrong decision, whatever that is.
I got
Okay.
an ace.
And a call.
I have a pair.
Pretty standard, and Daniel at risk. Negreanu finished 11th at the 2001 main event. If he loses this race, it will be 13th for him this year.
There's the flop. Negreanu's still good. Turn card. Joe with a gut shot. Adding outs to Daniel Sweat.
Ace, 7, or 8 would end Daniel Negreanu's main event.
The river card. A king. And a double up for Negreanu.
The board ran out clean, and Negreanu doubled up, keeping his dream alive. A few hands later, he picks up more chips after shoving all in versus McKehen's open raise. Although he was still short-stacked, the momentum seemed to be slowly shifting back in Negreanu's favor. His good fortune continued as 2 more players fell, and suddenly, he was just 2 eliminations away from the final table. The same position he'd reached in the 2001 main event before a wrong decision led to his heartbreaking 11th place finish. Armed with 12 big blinds and a second chance at redemption, Negreanu was hoping to capitalize off past mistakes.
This is at the big blind and the small blind, as if to say, your blinds are mine, chumps.
Ace 4. Just a call.
In a similar spot with King 10, we just saw Daniel push. This time, he plays it differently.
Here's the flop. 10 king ace. Negreanu with top pair. McKeehen though with flush and straight draws. It's check to Joe.
Automatic C-bet coming here from McKeehen. He's got the combo draw.
700,000. Daniel with the aces all in.
Big draw. Big draw. I have a draw.
And a call.
Big draw.
I got him. Gotta hold him.
Good luck, Joe.
I got the ace 4, he's got the jack 3.
Daniel gets it in with the best of it, but he's only got 56% equity.
That pairs Joe.
That gives me more outs. That's a good card.
5 more outs.
Yeah, it just feels like McKeehen has half the deck now. He doesn't, but he's got a lot of cards to bust kid poker.
McKeehen trying to get his 10-handed. The river card is a queen for the straight. And he cuts down Daniel Negreanu.
11th 14 years ago, 11th again.
That single pre-flop decision, calling instead of shoving, had potentially cost Negreanu $8 million in the main event bracelet that would have cemented his legacy as one of poker's all-time greats.
Daniel's been around long enough to realize these moments don't come around too often.
Damn.
He knows it may never happen again.